Plates ready? This is Food School, Smarter, Stronger, Leaner podcast. Want to feel amazing, love the way you look in the mirror, and perform your absolute best in the gym, at work, and in life? You're definitely in the right place. Food. It's you. It builds every single cell of you. And if there is one thing every human being must master, it's food. Because at the very least, eating, you do it every day, several times a day, every single day. You might as well get good at it. I'm your host, Shurina from Create Yourself That Today, your personal nutritionist and plate watcher, your diet guide and explorer, your fat loss coach and food inspector. And just someone with a lot of passion and obsession and curiosity for healthy food, healthy diets, nutrition, optimized human performance, everything and absolutely anything you put in your grocery shopping cart, your fridge, on your plate, and in your mouth. It's my business. Food School, on a mission to help you eat better daily.
It's the last time I talk about food. It's the last time I talk about food.
Hey guys, and welcome back to another episode of Food School podcast. Today is Wednesday and it's our book day. Last week, as you remember, we talked about the book, The Calorie Myth. Eat more, exercise less, lose weight, and live better by Jonathan Baylor. And this book mentioned another book that was published in 1985. And the concept in this older book is what the calorie myth was based first. So the set point diet, the food and exercise connection for lasting weight control by Dr. Gilbert Laville, or I hope I pronounced it well. Anyway, I got this book published first in 1985. I got it in one of the online libraries. I actually had to wait like almost a week for this book, for this digital edition of this book. Well, it's not actually a digital edition. It's a scanned book from 1985. And because I wanted to know what was the original idea behind the calorie myth book and how I can further help you to improve your eating habits, your exercise habits for more and easier and more effective fat loss and weight loss. So the whole idea of this set point diet is you need to combine your nutrition and your exercise, and that one doesn't really work if you don't have the other. So exercise doesn't, it's not good to burn some amount of calories that you think you need to be burning, because nobody really knows like how exactly your body uses the fuel, how it distributes and partitions the fuel. We can only make guesses based on some science, based on our personal experience, but it's not exact. And exercise burning calorie theory doesn't really work. You cannot out-exercise bad diet. You cannot plan your weight loss, your fat loss based on how much you exercise and how much you eat. But it's proven, but the best athletes, physique athletes, people who are really great at losing fat, also based on all the experience and all the studies, that when you combine good nutrition plan with good exercise plan, then you get more benefits, you get more results, and you keep those results for longer, for a lifetime. Depends on how your life goes after that. But yeah, the idea behind the book is you need to combine exercise and nutrition, and not just any exercise, but in this particular book, they say that based on all the science available back then, and it didn't really change much as far as I know, exercise, you gotta exercise every day, you gotta make it into a habit, you gotta be active every day, but you gotta watch the intensity of your exercise. So exercising more intensely doesn't bring you more fat loss. In fact, if you exercise too intense, if you don't recover, if you don't sleep enough, but most importantly, if you exercise too intensely every single day, your body, first of all, you're gonna want to eat more, your hunger gonna go up, and second thing, your body will actually resist fat loss and weight loss. So you need to find that golden middle where you exercise. In the book, it's recommended to exercise for about 30 minutes every day at moderate intensity. And you can do things like cardio workouts, whatever it is you choose. You might be running, you might be cycling, you might be dancing, or you can do weightlifting. Weightlifting is also great because you also get to build muscles, and muscles, the more muscle you have, the more calories you burn by doing nothing the rest of the day. And the more elevated your base metabolic rate is, your metabolic rate that is that reflects the amount of energy your body uses. And of course, the more energy you use, the more you can eat, but also the healthier you are, because the more fuel you can cycle through your body, that fuel comes usually with a good nutrition plan, with a lot of vitamins and minerals and other phyto and zoochemicals or nutrients from plants and animals. So exercise. When it comes to exercise, you want to find that golden middle, 30 minutes a day. If you don't want to go, to a gym, to a class, if you don't want to do any dancing or weightlifting, then at least really fast walking for 30 minutes. That's actually enough. But brisk walking when it's harder for you to breathe, not just leisurely walking, doing shopping. No, that's not enough. You actually have to do 30 minutes of exercise when your heart rate is elevated. And there is even a formula in the book how to calculate your ideal heart rate, and you might have heard about it if you're into training and you've been reading something or researching something. So it's 220 minus your age, and then you also you need to calculate your resting heart rate. So when you do nothing, your heart rate, by measuring the amount of heartbeats or your pulse for a minute. So this is your resting heart rate. And then 220 minus your age minus your resting heart rate. And then you multiplied that amount by 0.5. And then you add your heart rate back, and that's going to be your lower heart rate. And then you're going to multiply that first number, 220 minus age minus resting heart rate. You're going to multiply it by 0.07, and then you're going to add up your heart rate, and that's going to be your higher heart rate. And between those two, your heart rate that is ideal for exercise for those 30 minutes. But basically, guys, to make it simple, exercise for 30 minutes, your heart rate should be elevated. You should be breathing faster, but you still should be able to speak and maintain a reasonable conversation. And also you should be able to maintain that intensity for 30 minutes. So it's also relative. What is fast-paced for me might be not fast-paced for you, and it's completely, again, individual. So this is the first idea in the book, exercise and nutrition. And exercise should be moderate. Also, moderate exercise every day actually decrease your hunger. Also, actually, there has been a lot of studies that high-intensity interval training performed maybe a couple of times a week will help you with hunger control. But again, you don't want to overdo it, and moderate intensity probably will do it better for most of you guys. So 30 minutes of moderate exercise will actually decrease your hunger, and especially if you do it right before meals, that's going to help you to eat less, to want to eat less without conscious control of your portions or calories or whatever it is. And then the second idea in the book is variety, balance, moderation. So it means that you need to be eating variety of foods for variety of nutrients. You need to balance your protein, your carbohydrates, your fats, and you need to eat in moderation, meaning you shouldn't be actually stuffing yourself. You should eat like Japanese do till 80% full, and that's like the best sweet point. Also, as I've learned recently, French people also have this expression that basically means when you had enough food, they say not that I'm full, they say I'm no longer hungry. So that's the basic idea. You want to eat till you're no longer hungry, not till you're stuffed. And that another behavior you can practice and also mentioned in the book. What I don't necessarily agree with the book, and most recent scientific research show that in the book they say, you can eat in moderation even your cakes or your fast carbohydrates, processed sugars or processed grains or whatever sweets you like. And I don't necessarily agree that this is like the best strategy to lower your set point. The whole book is all about, and to actually get all the nutrition you need and actually control your hunger. It's more like, the old low calorie theory that as long as you maintain your low calorie diet, you can eat variety of foods. But then it doesn't really work for a lot of people. We as people have really hard times moderating those highly processed, highly palatable foods. So I don't necessarily agree with this in the book that they recommend. But other than that, the variety, balance, and moderation of nutrients, I agree with that. I agree that you do need to exercise. And what else? Well, the book, the lowering of your set points happens because of your good exercise program, moderate exercise program that you do regularly, and then also having regular meals. In the book, it's recommended 3 meals plus maybe 1 snack if you need one, but 3 meals is a good idea. And they talk about this in the book a lot. But it seems like, fasting window is observed here too, so you eat your meals and you don't snack all the way till your bedtime and then start snacking as soon as you wake up. We can see from this book that our nutrition theories, our dietary theories evolved a lot, and we have more knowledge right now. But what I loved about the book is it talks about this subject that all of us, when we don't diet, when we don't do anything consciously, kind of get back to our weight set point. And if we diet not in a smart way, or we over exercise and we lose weight without lowering our weight set points, and when you stop doing that, those activities, we usually get all the weight back, and our body does its best. And our body, it's a smart machine. If your body for some reason wants to put some fat and keep that fat, it's gonna do everything in its power, and you're gonna gain that weight. It's gonna increase your hunger. It's gonna burn. It's gonna keep all the fuel coming in for turning it into fat. The body, the brain, our hormones, they're really powerful. And whatever you think consciously, you cannot force your body into doing something that it doesn't want to do. So the only way that you can actually burn fat and lose fat for good and lower your body fat set point is when you work with your body, not against that. Because that game, working against your body, starving it and over exercising and stressing yourself, it never works. And your body will work against it, and your body gonna win, not your mind, not your brain, not your starvation diet. So based on those 2 books, The Calorie Myth, Eat More, Exercise Less, Lose Weight and Live Better, and the Set Point Diet from 1985. So combine those two books. Again, we want to implement exercise on a regular basis and do something that you enjoy every single day. 5 days a week. In the book, they also recommend that. Do something higher intensity, meaning it's moderate, but it feels like exercise. So it's either, it can be as easy as walking for 30 minutes really fast, or you can go dancing, or you can do cycling, or you can do rollerblading, or you can lift weights. I always recommend to do at least 2 workouts when you lift weights a week. And then, on the weekends or whatever those days are, 2 days a week, allow yourself to just be active. Maybe do yoga, or maybe just walk slower at a leisurely pace. And that you're going to do 2 days a week. And that, again, guys, if you want to lose weight and maintain your weight loss and lower your body weight set point. And then when it comes to nutrition, all combined, also my advice, don't forget your fasting window, 12 to 14 hours. If you're a really beginner or you have too much stress in your life and you just really want to start and stick with something, 12 hours, just keep it at it. 12 hours you eat, 12 hours you don't eat. The earlier you eat, the more weight you're going to lose, the more fat you're going to lose. But then again, don't go crazy. The most important thing is what you do consistently, not what you do sometimes. Next thing is portion controls and moderation and variety in your nutrition. I do not recommend to ever count calories, but what you can do to kind of track your weight loss, fat loss is to start watching your portions and start eating balanced meals. And when it comes to balanced meals, guys, keep it simple. Have 1 or 2 palms of protein-rich foods like fish, like your meats, like eggs, like chicken. Have 4 fists of veggies, 3 to 4 feasts of veggies every single meal, either cooked veggies, non-starchy vegetables, or your fresh salads. So eat your veggies first, eat your protein second. The sequence really matters. And then if you feel like you need something more, like you need more energy, or if it's after workout, or you just feel like you need it, then eat your starchy foods or whole grains, handful of them, or maybe if it's potatoes, then eat 1 medium or 1 small potato, or maybe fruit, maybe like an apple, or maybe a cup of berries or half a cup of berries, depends on how many meals a day you have. And then your fats, cook with good quality fats, 1-2 tablespoons per meal, olive oil, coconut oil, or maybe whole foods fat that are even better, like macadamia nuts, or like avocados, or whole olives, or walnuts and flax seeds. So every single meal, right? And depends on how many meals you have. You're going to have more or less protein, veggies, and then your starchy foods. And those are all whole foods. And that's the most important thing, guys. Eat unprocessed whole foods. And that's the structure of the meal I recommend if you want to lose the most fat. So eat your protein, eat your veggies first, eat your protein second. Then if you feel like it, eat your whole food, starchy foods, or whole grains, or maybe a piece of fruit, and then eat your fats, either cook with your fats, olive oil or coconut oil, or maybe have half an avocado, or a quarter of an avocado if you want to have it each meal. Eggs are also a great source of fats, and fatty fish, of course. And then observe your fasting window, have 3 meals. If you really need it, have 1 more snack. And that's about it, guys. And then exercise regularly, just schedule it, and you can do it, even when you're really, really busy, you can still schedule 30 minutes of walking every single day. Like, there is no excuse. If weight loss and fat loss is your goal for now, then then you gotta do it. Otherwise, like, it's pointless, really. Either it's important for you or not. And if you want to be healthy, if you want to be full of energy, if you want to be lean, relatively lean, lean for each of us is different, but if you want to have the weight that you like and you want to feel good in your body, then exercise should be the part of your daily routine. 30 minutes, find those and do them. You can also engage your family, your friends. You don't have to do it alone. You can combine family time or socializing with your exercise activities. Do it together. That's it. But again, from this book, The Set Point Diet, the calorie myth, eat more, exercise less, lose weight, and live better. Combine moderate exercise, combine meals that are smart and sane, right? Whole, unprocessed foods, eat a lot of variety. And when it comes to measuring portions and maybe amount of food control, if you cannot lose weight, right, then it might be that you need to eat a little bit less. So I would start with limiting your added fats. I would never go beyond certain amount of proteins and healthy fats because you still need those. And then I would keep your veggies up. But again, watch your portions. And if you have any questions about set point diet, about how you can lower your body weight set point, if you need more advice on maybe some tips or advice or another perspective on your program right now that might not be exactly working the way you want it to work, always feel free to reach out to Angela at CreateYourself.today, and we're going to continue our research, and the science of fat loss or weight loss of our metabolism is coming out with more and more really fascinating facts that help us to look better, feel better, and perform better with less effort and more knowledge. Till next time, as usual, eat better daily.